Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with what could well be the last main story element part of Even the Ocean, and I am so ready, you don't even know. So, in the last episode, well, we reported back that we destroyed the final geome, and also this is a zip line, so I don't need to stand on it, I could just hold on to it using my shield, because, you know, you got to hold on to what you're feeling. That feeling is the best thing, alright. Yeah, we reported that back that we'd destroyed the final geome, and then all hell broke loose, because people had assumed that we'd failed, and it was raining, and everyone went crazy, and then Mayor Biggs not so much blew up Whiteforge, so much as lifted up part of They lifted up the Apex District to save those precious few at the cost of everyone else, and so we defied him because he had a pissy little laser pistol, which couldn't possibly stop us after the shit we've been through. So we punched him in the face and came into the Sunray Spire, and now we're climbing that to try and reverse the polarity of the neutron flow such that we can get to the top and reverse just reverse the outputs of all the various power plants in the region. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this puzzle a little bit because I need to not die. I've not died at all in this LP at all, and I want to keep it that way. Oh, that's not good. I nearly died there. That was absolutely terrible on my part. I accept all responsibility for it. Heal me, please, purple pods. But yes, we need to go and reverse the vent. We need to undo everything we did in the... I need to be very purple for this. Yes, so we need to undo everything we did in the first half of the game. And in order to do that, first of all, really feeling the horizontal as opposed to... Oh, wait, that's not a platform. I thought that was a walkie platform. It's not. It's a zipline. Never mind. In order to undo what we did in the first half of this Let's Play, we need to get to the top of the Sunray Spire and change. Just change. We need to change what the... We need to change how Whiteforge deals with its energy inputs such that it's more inclined towards dark energy than light, so that we can... I don't know. There was just that idea that I had that the world is using too much light energy in order to maintain Whiteforge as a city, and that's causing the vertically aligned rain to come and bring about a flood, and so we need to change that light energy to dark so it'll bring about the drought-inducing wind, and that will... I'm guessing that's going to close the door. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to need to be light. This little puzzle is evil. Because I'm seeing already, what I need to do is get up here, use that sat pad to charge open the door, and then get to the door before the laser can... Oh, wait, I could just jump over the nodes. Well, never mind, that wasn't that difficult. Still clever, though. Stab me, please. Although, can't help but wonder, why are there pieces of geome inside the Sunray Spire? Because that's what this little entity here is. That's a geome dark blood cell, as opposed to light. Now come on, stab me. Stab me. Thank you. In the name of balance. Wow, I actually am balanced for the first time in years. Now, what was I saying before? I've forgotten. Oh, I need to get that up here. Oh, this is clever. I like this puzzle. Come on. Smite me, oh mighty smite hole. But don't overrun, because then you'll just fall off the edge, and we don't want that. So yeah, we need to bring about... Well, not bring about the drought, but just balance things out. So we need to balance the world, essentially. And then we will stop the apocalypse, because the world will be balanced instead of imbalanced, and everyone will live happily ever after in a world that might live forever after all. Is that a decent analysis? Because I've spent, like, a quarter of the episode so far just rambling about stuff you've already seen. And I'm not balanced anymore, and this makes me sad. But I do like the aesthetic of this final dungeon, because, well, first of all, it's pretty. Just throwing that one out there. But there's this idea of... Whereas in all other dungeons, I feel as though it is, to at least a bit of an extent, possible to get through them without sustaining too much energy imbalance. But in this one, it's outright required that you imbalance yourself one way so you can survive being imbalanced the other way to get to your destination. And that's really cool. Because this whole part of the story is about restoring balance to the world. And in order to do that, clearly we're having to make some sacrifices. And I'm so okay with this. This is... and we have these, which I missed. Yay. But yes, you may recognize those conveyor belts from the Restview Beach power plant, because that was all about momentum. I don't expect us to have like a remix 10 of all the different gimmicks we've seen thus far, especially since this area's gimmick, apart from the get freakily unbalanced so that you can survive being unbalanced the other way. Apart from that, this area's gimmick is the zip lines that we can hold onto with our shields, and it's so cool, and I love it. I love every part of this game so far. And the music is so ominous as well, because it's just this droning in the background. We will save Whiteforge and by extension the world, and this platform is connected by donuts. So how are you lovely people doing? I'm saving the world. What did you do today? Oh, this is going to require some timing. So bounce up like that, and then boink. Oh, I love it. Ah, too soon. Too soon. And yet I made it work. That required so much better timing than I employed, but it was still good enough, and I appreciate that. Pointless room. Yay. It's going to be this one that opens up into some sort of capillary in order to give us an escape sequence, obviously. But the way I said capillary there just reminds me of Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal, and I believe the in-game text for if a Pokemon is asleep is name of Pokemon have a pillory, which is a word, but that's like a form of medieval torture or something. So, no, platform. Wait for me. Oh, that's perfectly timed, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just shoot all the way up using the water jet, and by the time you come back down, the thing will be in place, and you can land on it. So, never mind. We, as they say, Gucci. I didn't mean to jump down. I think I know what this room wants me to do. It wants me to get up into these little up bumpules, and I keep holding the shield down and jumping, and that's causing Aleph to read that as jump down that platform there, and that's not what I want her to do. No, I should have jumped down the left side of that platform rather than the right, because then I could at least stay there. Because, won't you stay with me? Because that's a song. Yeah, I did it. It took me too many attempts, but that was a clever puzzle, because that was actually rather difficult. And I don't need your lift, I could just wall jump, except there's probably going to be like something saying, no, you need to take the lift. No, I don't, I could just wall jump up the lift shaft. Health and safety, who needs it? Who needs a health and safety when a health and safety can be stolen? Oh, Crystal Listberg, what is this fresh mess? Fresh mess? Nether douche. Fresh hell. That is a reference to a thing from a while ago. Stop it, you're making me have to think. I don't like thinking. So that needs to be charged from that end. And I should probably wait for more light pods to come around, because we're going to need to accept more dark pod energy times to open this side. And there we go. And close enough to balance, like one pixel off. Oh, we have ghosts and Yoshi's Island blocks, and I would like it for my commentary to be a bit more, just a bit more, really. But this episode, all I'm doing is gushing about the game, because it's a good game, gamey game. Just, I'm appreciating all these puzzles, and it's good, and it's an adequate final challenge. And once I finish recording this episode, I'm going to go and do February's bonus live stream, because it's the first Sunday of the month. See, this week I've been really, I got nice and ahead on recording episodes, because lately I've been falling into that habit of mine of, oh, that's not good, of recording stuff on the day it's supposed to be uploaded. I mean, I know I'm the only one actually holding myself to my schedule, but it still bothers me that I have such difficulty maintaining what I want to be my schedule. Still. So on Thursday I recorded the thing I wanted to upload on Friday, and then on Friday I recorded what I was going to upload. No, hang on, I didn't. That's why I'm recording this now. Never mind. I could have recorded this sooner, is my point. And I would have thought there'd be like lasers in these little gaps here, or like those crushy things or something, but apparently not. Now, is it just me? Because it feels like at this point in the game, it's only now that it truly feels like dark energy is making me go faster but not jump as high, and the light energy, the opposite, making me run less fast but bouncing me more highly. That's just how it feels, but also I like how the momentum works on these zip lines, just saying. Don't explain it or anything, Tess. You can come to a complete standstill, and if you jump, you will slide a bit. That's what I mean. So, oh, that's not fun. That could have gone a lot worse, because the light pods fill up with too much because they're huge, and the dark chain bounces you because it's bouncy. Oh. Apparently we're going to have some crystal lens fucks, and I'm okay with this. And we can't take the lenses out of the room. Oh. Oh? Oh! So my thought process is, wait, why is the crystal lens not shattering? Because it's inside our bubble, which means that our bubble protects the crystal lens even when it's not strictly inside it, which is a bit weird. I guess what that... Oh. Oh, it wants me to jump, because the purple gas seeks up a little bit through the floor. Okay, I understand now. This area... Well, this whole game is clever, to be fair, but this is a clever level. It is a clever... No, it just touched the corner of the butt of the purple energy. But surely I'm not the only one appreciating how clever this game is. And I'm sure it's getting really tiring hearing me gush about it for an entire episode or more, but it's worth reiterating, go and buy this game and play it, it's good. There we go, crystal lens fuck, in position. And judging by the... Oh yeah, duh. I forgot that the bubbles broke on the middle level there. I've already established what the problem with walking along the middle lane of those 3 lanes is when you have a bubble. But yeah, we only have 3 lenses to do here, and we've already done one of them. I don't even know what this is. Aleph, care to tell me? Oh, so it's... Well, we're at the top of the spire, so that's going to take us to the very tippy top. Oh. This looks like fun. Boing. No. Boing. No. But then that's gonna... Oh, it didn't. I thought the crystal lens would fly up directly into the path of the oncoming pods, and it didn't. But I have to do this twice. Down, please. Ah, you fuck, you fell too slowly. Once again, puzzles that are things. You see what I have to do. You don't need my expository, lavatory depositions. Which means what exactly, Tess? I'm rambling because I'm slightly too warm and I'm doing very clever puzzles. Excuse my fucks. There we go. Second attempt. I thought that would take me many more attempts than it did. Nice to see that the game isn't pulling any punches at this point. Like, I've mentioned before how the game, throughout the various chapters, has become increasingly more difficult, so the first round of power plants are easy, and then the second round, Oscar Base and Magdal Woods, are a bit harder, and then the geomes are, like, pro territory, and now we have the Sunray Spire, which noobs get the fuck out. So this game caters for many difficulty levels, and it's glorious, and I fucked the foodle. Better than plucking the poodle, obviously, because... I don't know. We've done the difficult part now. I'm assuming that it's not going to be... There's not going to be any more difficult stuff. That's it. That's the end of the game. We can all go home. There's totally not going to be anything more past this. No. Mayor Biggs is going to go Super Saiyan, and then we're going to have to fight him in the only boss fight in the game. Now, the fact that I'm still in control here worries me. Does that mean there's going to be lasers up here that I'm going to have to defend from? No? There is just more. Is it going to run out of power? You're going to crush me against the ceiling? It ran out of power. Wow. That kind of sucks, but I get it. Oh, I see what you want me to do. Okay, so, little bit of pre-preparation for this puzzle. Get the laser over here. Press that switch so that the laser's over here. And then press that switch again. Now the laser's stuck over here, so we can get the lens as fuck. We can get the laser as fuck. You know, that moment when you're feeling laser as fuck. Right, so the laser's there, and the crystal lens is here. So once that's as far swooped to the right as it can go... No. The timing is fucky. I think the lens needs to be covered... Like, the lens needs to be in the middle when I pass under the laser, so it's protected by my shield. The timing, it is not a good. The difficulty here comes from... It would be nice to... Wait. If I just keep still, as long as the laser's not caught on anything, the crystal lens is safe, because it's... Because the laser is focused on me. Ah, that wasn't as difficult as I thought. Okay, never mind. As long as the laser is caught on an object, that's when it's not lined up with my body, but when the laser can move freely, it's focused on Aleph, and when Aleph's holding her shield upwards, then when the lens intersects with where the laser is shooting, then it's protected by the shield, and any other time, it's not in the path of the laser. Okay, I get it. That was a really shit way of explaining it, but I think it makes sense. You've seen a practical demonstration of it. Oh, fresh douche, what is the fuck how? What is the fuck how? No. You want me to charge this platform up by standing on it? Keep going. Keep it moving. And then jump over. Ooh, that... I feel like that shouldn't have worked, but it did. Just barely got over the gas with the lens. And they're gonna fly me up and to the side, but I need to be over this way. Platform. No. I feel like it probably wanted me to be charged up on some kind of energy type. You know, it wanted me to feel some type of way in order to make that jump a little more easily, but whatever. I appreciate the level of difficulty. The level of difficulty in these puzzles now. As I said, the game is pulling exactly 0 punches. Though it is strange seeing the Yoshi's Island blocks, which we've erstwhile only seen in Caravold as well, apart from the what I've referred to as geome blood cells, or those springy fucks. Like, what's the deal with those? Oh, I need to be on the side of this, don't I? Oh, I could just push it over here. I could push it real good. Fly upwards, you lens. No. No. Oh, well, never mind. Once again, that puzzle wasn't as difficult as I gave it credit for, because you can just wall jump up the side. This just in, Aleph's wall jump is broken as fuck. In a good way. Because once again, it's a matter of solving the puzzle using an understanding of the game mechanics rather than using a single fixed solution. I appreciate and I approve, and this game... Did I mention this game is clever? Take me to Snail Church, or Snurch if you will. Beep, beeple. Are we gonna have another round of 3s? Are we going to play the ace of 4s and have the most almighty hand in poker? Well, I'm not seeing I am seeing a split path, never mind. They don't want you to forget that this is the final dungeon by the look of it, but I'm okay with this. It has to be an impression-leaving set piece. Isn't that one YouTuber, impression-leaving set pieces? Also, do I say the word set piece too much? Because I feel like it's... Sometimes I have to say words, and those words are occasionally the same thing. Okay, timing. It's a thing that I can do. I promise. Games are things that I am occasionally able to play. Now, I suspect because this game likes doing things in bunches of 3, we've done 2 sets of 3 lenses so far, and I suspect this is about to be the 3rd set of 3, so this should be the last bundle. Oh. Is this that section of wall that... Yeah. Well, at least it's horizontal. Oh, and ice. And ice physics. And more money. That's just become the thing that I say when I don't know what to say. But yeah, at least this purple one is as horizontal as it should be. Unlike that one purple side schlooper in the sea geome that didn't even go sideways. But these are surprisingly not difficult. I would have thought because they're probably the last set that they'd be the hardest of the bunch, and they're not. Fuck. They're not that hard, he says. Fails immediately. Story of my life. Wong, 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 wong. Which is obviously a noise that a cat can make. when it's in the right mood, which sounds like I'm talking about a cat being in heat, and I'm not. So, all the lenses are in place. Now we can ride the final elevator and hopefully get to the top and solve the hardest ever mirror puzzle and save the day, thanks to the Aleph Puff girl. Just the one. Fun fact, when my mother started watching this series, she thought that Aleph was a boy, even though all the text refers to her as a girl. And, I don't know, I mean, she could be transgender. There's nothing in the game saying that she's not, but I always saw her as a girl, so... And she uses female pronouns. So that's one character that I haven't misgendered in this Let's Play. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hummus. Are we going to learn more about your nature, or is this just going to be the end of the game? The walls, they are closing in. They are very closing in. We've finally reached the top of the Sunray Spire. Oh yeah, the camera's not scrolling anymore, so either we're going to be crushed against the void, or... we're going to have to parkour the rest of the way up. This seems really impractically designed, like the lift just stops halfway up the shaft, or, well, most of the way up the shaft, tee-hee, and you just have to jump the rest of the way up. That doesn't seem too practical. Well, here we are. We've seen it quite a bit throughout the course of this Let's Play, just as an important piece of background, and we've finally reached the top of the Sunray Spire. So, need to send dark energy to Whiteforge, and light back to the plants. It's the opposite of what we've been doing thus far, so we need to unmatch it. That's not too difficult, and then boink that to the side and boink that down. That was easy. I thought it would be harder. But yeah, we've reversed it. What could possibly happen next? Well, first things first, Whiteforge, the Apex District is probably going to crash down into the body of the city and destroy us both. But hey, at least the rest of the world is saved. Okay, so it's just descending normally. Okay, that's fair enough. Maybe the light energy is being drained slowly, rather than just being cut out, and then the Apex District just goes boom back into the ground. It landed slightly askew, but hey, close enough is good enough. I did it. I saved the world. Is it still raining? It's not raining anymore. We stopped the flood. Where the fuck do we go now? Well, there's the train, and there's the lighthouse. Okay, so Big Ugs isn't our priority anymore, even though he owes us one fuck of an apology. Are you going to give us a choice? Okay, you're not going to give us a choice of where to go. I was going to say, that'd be a bit silly. We saved the day! As far as we can tell, we don't know if it's going to work, but we can hope. Then a strong wind's going to start up and, hey, you've doomed the world differently. Can I help you, Great Falls? What's going on? It's... the water... it's still flooding? Yay, it's still flooding! We did it! We saved the world! Or at the very least, it's destroying Caravold. But we don't know whether that means it's destroying the Whiteforge continent as well. Either that, or Caravold is just being sucked backwards into the... like, the waterfall is in the same place, it's just... Caravold is just continentally being slooped backwards. And... that is... looking like our continent. Ah well, we tried. So, rip Aleph's parents, and here it comes. We're gonna die. We did it. Hummus. What's the story? It was literally about to consume the city in the end of that cutscene, so... Well, if this is the moral of the story, that the whole, if you fuck the world, you have to live with the consequences, even if you think you've got a last-second fix, you should still atone for your sins. Like, I appreciate that, but I feel like there's gonna be some sort of... there's gonna be an ending, surely. There's gonna be an ending, you don't say. Well, judging by the cyclical nature of your world, humanity is doomed to make the same mistakes time and again. That's weirdly deep, but then again, so is Hummus as a character. it becomes more powerful. Yeah. This is true. Doesn't justify human behavior, though, surely. It just... Well, humans are by their very nature invasive because of their adaptability. Yeah, the problem isn't the power, it's the people. You don't say. To the detriment of the thing that allows you to survive. Well, we've learned our lesson. Shame we're all about to die. Thanks for that, Mayor Biggugs. This is getting really deep. Too deep for something that I'm recording at 3:45 in the afternoon. Well, I mean, you say this, Aleph, it seems likely, but then again, this is the first version of society that actively tried to stop the flood rather than, tried to kill the geomes to prevent the drought, as the Caravold people did. We actually realized what the problem was. Maybe the next civilization will realize it even sooner. And eventually, it will stop. We're just not the civilization that achieved it. Wow, existential crisis much? It's all well and good philosophizing. Philosophizing? Philosophizing. It's all well and good thinking about it, but you are all about to die. I mean, as it is, judging by that cutscene, all of Caravold and Aleph's parents are now washed away. Oh yeah. That's a very good point. Write it down for the next civilization and hope that they speak your language. Yara, carve it into one of your turnips. Oh, hummus. Oh yeah, hummus is a little bit more immortal, so... have them survive the flood, and then tell the next civilization, don't fuck with the energy! Is hummus the storyteller? I did have a feeling, I didn't want to say anything, but is hummus the storyteller? From this whole... Because she's talking about the story of Aleph, Cassidy, Mayor Biggugs, the story of Whiteforge, and who's been telling us this story? The goddamn storyteller. The only thing is, the storyteller speaks like a normal person and hummus is a little bit more eccentric, so... There we go. It's... The whole thing is an allegory for climate change, but told in a very engaging way. I think it's at this point that they wanted that idea to click. This is why I love theorizing about games like this. Don your robe and become a storyteller that refers to humans as another species from your own. There we go. It's strange how the story, like the experience of playing this game, is a cycle. Because at the end of it, we discover the origins of the storyteller, and it's the storyteller who starts the story. And that in itself contains the story of a cyclical world that goes back and forth between drought and flood, famine and feast. Wow. I mean, on one hand, that's kind of shattering her ego, but on the other, it's putting her at ease because you didn't matter, but that means it wasn't your fault. So, they're all balanced out. Budum-tish. Balance. That's the story of the game. Aleph, calm down. You tried to help, and that's what matters. Is one of them, probably Yara, about to sing the song Even the Ocean? Just, bookending it a little bit. I'm calling it now, because this game is all about the references backwards and forwards and time and... Yara! And Aleph and Hummus is kind of also here. There we go. At least that I could predict in advance. Goodbye to you, Hummus. I have been, and will continue to be, tessellating Hexagons. And this has been Even the Ocean. Good God, I love this game. This has been so very worth the wait. And oh hey, we get photos. Cool beans. Yeah, I felt like I should be quiet for that ending, because I was right about Hummus. And yeah, it doesn't need to have a happy ending, because the happiness stems more from the story of Whiteforge living on, and it being something that everyone can learn from, not just other civilizations in that world, but us in the real world, because it is an allegory. So yeah, just these two people have been making this game since at least 2012, if not earlier. It's been absolutely worth the wait. I've been so excited to play this for so many years. It's finally come to pass, and it was so very worth it. And I do believe there is some extra content, so this isn't the last episode of this series, I don't think, but there we go. Anodyne and Even the Ocean, both brilliant games. You can see how much the art style has changed from that poster there. This has been fun. It's fairly simple. I do think that the script... There's some clever ideas in there, because early on in the game, it almost feels like the game's not telling you enough, like it's lazily written, but it's not. It's just that we're hearing this from the perspective of Aleph, in terms of, like, she's just a technician. No one's gonna tell her what the bigger plan is, she's just there maintaining power plants. It's all down to the player to go and talk to other characters if they so choose, to learn more about the environment or the story or whatever. And then as Aleph becomes more important in the grand scheme of things, that's when she starts learning more about the world, that's when the story starts picking up, and that's when you start learning more. So I don't think it was lazily written, but I feel like that's why some people could think that. So it's been immense fun. Bacon, just all of bacon. I'm so glad I got to play this in the end. If I'm in the credits, that would be nice, but I don't think I am because I didn't officially playtest. I only supported during the live streams because I didn't realise that was possible to do any sooner, but God, this was so much fun. I don't mean to gush, but this was very, very worthwhile. Even the credits are engaging, because... Oh, there's an early look at Aleph as well. Look at how much the game has changed. I did, early in the series, try to show off some stuff that I'd seen that had changed between the final game and the original plans, like the checkpoint, for example, and there's some other stuff right there. The old design, the old tile set, the old energy meter. If you haven't played this game for yourself, definitely go and do it, because this has been so much fun, so emotional, so important. Well, whatever, it's been fun, that's what I'm trying to say. I should probably stop rambling, but how can I not ramble at how brilliant this game is in terms of clever design, and it's what I've been describing lately as the second golden age of gaming, where we had the first golden age around the time of the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, GameCube, N64, those sorts of games, and so the people who grew up with those are the people making the games now, and those people know what they want out of a game, like in terms of features, in terms of design, in terms of what they know players are capable of, how to do tutorials and that sort of thing, and it really shows. This is a passion project made by 2 people with the support of 1 person for marketing, and that's it. It's brilliant. You sure did do it. Sean, Johnny. Brilliant game designers. And there will be more episodes of this series. I think there's bonus content. Even if there isn't, yes, I'm going to be doing a discussion video with Austin on Sugar. Looking forward to that. So yes, this has been so much fun. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Go and play this game for yourself. It is amazing, brilliant time, Town Pants McGee. I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And this has been Even the Ocean. See you in the next episode.